All right. So, with that being said, all right. Um, one, before I get into anything, I want to go ahead and say that this podcast is sponsored by Whole Motion Therapy and Wellness. So, if you are in the DMV area, look up Marlene Miralles, physical therapist. She's very, very familiar with grappling, combat sports, injury, and recovery. She can be reached at 703-718-5909. I'll make sure that her information is posted along with further details, especially like when I say hello and whatnot. And definitely want to make sure that throw that out there. Free publicity is always good publicity, so to speak. Anyway, so the topic for tonight. Wait a minute, I'm starting off wrong. Let me get my crazy hat on. Yeah, get my crazy hat on. Mm. So now that I got my crazy hat on. So the topic tonight, and I really wanted to try to do something that was kind of like not necessarily out the box, but a little bit satirical at the same time, somewhat seriously relevant. I mean, we're all adults here, right? At least most of us, chronologically. Me, I tend to think I regress every so often. Secondly, I also want to say this. This podcast would not be brought to you today if it wasn't for my wife, Rose Matthews. She hooked me up with a nice computer. I'm like, yeah. Okay, so let me tell you the story before I get into everything. This will also give people time to come in before we start. So, this is what happened. My last computer, I'm not gonna lie, it was a budget buy. I was trying to save a little bit of money, and I'm like, all right. So I got me an Alienware, and then I just overloaded that Alienware with so much stuff that I think I pretty much killed it. So my brother-in-law, he's like this tech genius, you know. He's like, dude, as soon as you put those other programs on it, you're probably killing it. And then I talked to this other guy, he said, you're probably killing your chip or whatever. I'm like, all right. Anyway, so I said, I don't want to spend a lot of money on another computer, but I want to get one that's going to be able to serve the purpose. And I think my wife's been hearing me complain, like, oh my God, la 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 la. So anyway, me and my stepson, we roll out and we go get a computer. You know, we're like, look at it, and he's like, I don't know what to get. And I'm like, I don't know what to get either, but I don't want to spend a lot of money because eventually I'm going to tell your mom, and that conversation is a lot easier when you're not really spending a lot. I said, besides, in two payments it'll be paid off my Christmas account because that's where it came from. But anyway, so get her home, get the computer set up. It's great, and I'm like smiling, you know. And then next thing I hear like dee dee dee, which is the sound of the door when people walk in. And my wife, she's home early. I'm like, okay, well I am making dinner, so she hardly ever comes into my office. So anyway, she said you need to go get the groceries of the car. I said Javon can go get the groceries, and that's stepson's name. She's like, I'm telling you to go get it. So I go out to the car. I'm thinking she's up to something. Open up the hatch, and it's a brand new computer. I'm like, I looked at it. We couldn't do anything but laugh. So, and nonetheless, I didn't hear it. My son just inherited a nice computer. It has an outstanding graphics card and everything. So my son just inherited. Looking for a monitor for him now, but it is what it is. But this is what I'm going to say, and I mean this with the utmost sincerity. Hey, if you have a ride or die, you better hold on because they're worth it. And if you haven't met that ride or die yet, when you do meet them, you'll know. So, with that being said, because it kind of talks about X's and not necessarily X's and O's, but um, listen, what okay, so this has been a crazy week with people licking ice cream. Okay, what the frick are you doing licking ice cream? Now I can understand if you want to do something that's kind of like malicious, but why do you want to do it for clicks? One, that's video evidence saying, hey, look at me, I'm a dumb A. Okay, dumb A, you don't get it? It's like not cussing anyway. I'm dumb, and now they're gonna blast it across the news. Sure, you may get the clicks, but everybody's gonna say you're probably stupid. I think Blue Bell is starting to lock people up and lock them down. There's nothing wrong with social media because I use it. I use it on both Instagram and YouTube. By the way, B Matthews CDV, and of course Sykalogics on Instagram. And then I have According to Brian Matthews and Tactical Gaming with Chozen Ill on YouTube. If I said it too fast, just rewind. Typical computer stuff. But anyway, I'm all about it. But I'm not about to go I'm not gonna do that. That's stupid. Okay, one, you're putting people's lives at risk. I mean, to me, that doesn't make any kind of sense. For clicks, nah, I'm not doing jack for clicks. That's just not happening. It's crazy. Um, Here's the deal. I think the fact that social media has gotten so big and to get recognized, because I put a post out earlier this week about, it's a shame that no one will ever see some of the things that I do because I'm unknown. And no matter how many times I try to put myself out there, unless I'm kicking somebody's dog, burning something up, having somebody shoot me in my nuts, something like that, it's not really, people are not going to really gravitate to that because one of the things that I've noticed is that people like looking at other people's pain and suffering. I think that's the whole thing about reality TV. We don't care that who they are, they're rich and famous, but we want to see that they're just living like almost a miserable life, as bad as our lives can be at times. So it's crazy, but I just think that they're going too far. Now, here's one that kind of like backfired. So I saw it on Facebook. I don't do a lot of research on certain things because some things are just, humor writes itself, and some people are just ridiculous. But anyway, this transsexual, and I'll say that, and I will be not non-gender specific, but I'll be PC about it. Her name is Bamarin Nicole Smith. Okay, she went to Walmart, opened a bottle of mouthwash, swigged it, then spit it back. Okay, now it's not determined if she did it just for the clicks or what have you, or if she did it just hey, look at me, and then turn around and went and bought it. But they did show a picture of security chasing her out, so I would probably say no. And she posted on Instagram. It says basically she said thank you for her 11 million clicks, because that's what she got initially. But then, once you do something crazy, the trolls are going to come out, and everybody knows how the internet trolls are. They basically, she lost 15,000 followers. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, 15,000 followers is not a lot when you're talking about a million. Okay, okay, here's my 1 cent. I got $500, but you want 1 cent? There you go. It's not really going to hurt me, but I think in this particular situation, it backfired on her. Then, I guess because it's like the safest thing to do. The safest thing to do is to say, "Oh, you're just talking this because I'm a transsexual. Oh, oh, you're hating. That's a crime. You're attacking me. I'm a protected person." Which I never really got a good understanding of what they're talking about, a protected person, protected people, so to speak, because of their own gender and what they identify as. I haven't seen, now I'm not going to poke too much fun at it, but I haven't seen too many statistics of lynchings and all kinds of other things to be considered protected. I would say you need to be endangered to be protected, but I guess we only look at that as animal wise. But that's just me. It's neither here nor there. I'm not gonna even touch that one because it's not what it's about. I'm just saying she threw it out there to get the heat off, or that, oh, you're attacking me because you're transphobic. No, they're attacking you because you're stupid. Stupid spelled with 2 O's. STOOPID. I see 2 people have popped in. Alyssa and Ashley and John, hey, what's up? I see you there. If anybody else has already popped in, please leave a message or pop a message in the chat. I got that active. It's going to pop up. I'll see you there. If you miss anything, of course, you can go ahead and rewind. Now, the one thing I do want to say is this. I'm taking this podcast thing very serious. You can go on iTunes right now. I'm suggesting you do that. But you can go on iTunes right now, and I already have 5, which some of my dedicated friends and family and fans, well, I don't really have fans, but anyway, have already seen these podcasts. But I have 5 already on iTunes, and then I also have a website. If you look down here at the scrolling, that is the website you can go to that you can actually download it. I'm going to be doing more podcasts, and some of them won't be live, so just throwing it out there. I guess that's kind of like an infomercial in between what I was talking about. So let's get to the first topic at hand. First thing. Okay. So I cannot believe that being catfish is actually still a thing in our technological age. Okay, we have little dots that you can talk to, and they're gonna turn your freaking TV. But you're gonna tell me somebody's gonna send you a picture, but they cannot do video with you, and you're gonna accept the fact that hey, this person is who they are. No. So it leads me to believe that maybe people want to be catfished. And people say, "Well, Brian, why would people want to be catfished?" I mean, it's very easy to understand why somebody would want to be catfished, because it's a dream, it's an illusion if they want to believe that the person at the other end of that picture is really them. Now, I have seen, because I watch catfish on occasion, that yeah, that person is who they say they are, and there is a percentage that are actually decent people, but there's some of them that are just straight up jerks. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't do the Tinder. I'm married, of course, but never did the Tinder. Never did Plenty of Fish or whatever else stuff. You know, when I was single, whatever. I had no reason to. But I was catfished one time, twice maybe. But this was before computers was like big. This was like one time was like, you know, it wasn't really a catfish. It was just a hookup gone bad because I was being lazy. I said, "Yo, I want to find a lady like you. You know, you're good with my homeboy and everything." And she, "Oh yeah, I got a girl just like." And you know what? It was two times with her. Very bad situation. So I learned don't trust friends, female friends, because I don't know if that's catfish. That's it could be just stupid on my part. But anyway, but I was legitimately catfish at one time when AOL was just coming out. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna even discuss that story because it's that bad. Um, yeah, it was horrible, horrible situation. So that's why I don't get it. You know. Now I'm gonna give you some pretty, I won't say pretty staggering statistics, but they might be shocking. You know, might be a little shocking. Now, like I said, even though it says explicit, warning explicit content in the back, it's really not. You know, because I tried to keep the profanity down, but yeah, we're gonna move this from a G to a G13, okay? Because we're gonna start talking about some sex, aka sex, and you can't have an X without sex. So let's get it started. Um, Over 53% of Americans fabricate parts of their dating profile. Okay, 53%. I'm thinking that's kind of over half. So then there's a lot of reasons why people do that. You're thinking like, of course, we mentioned Tinder, Plenty of Fish, and a couple other sites or what have you. Some of the common motivations for catfishing are revenge, loneliness, and boredom. Okay, and I've seen all those together, on when I'm watching Catfish on TV. But more than 51% of online daters are already in relationships. So that's another thing. So that goes from the one show Catfish to the other show Cheaters. So I think MTV has figured it out. So yeah. And I hate to tell you, and this I know a lot of times when I talk to people, the people that I am talking to are generally married or they have a spouse or something to that degree. Um, Ashley said John catfished her. I would love to hear that story. I definitely would love to hear that story. So I'm gonna have to put Ashley out there and we do a little snippet. That sounds like I really do want to hear that story. Um, but anyway, Facebook is the most common place to be catfished, and I think that does make sense because Facebook has replaced MySpace. Okay, MySpace was the thing. I guess the guy was named John or whatever. He was your friend. He was your first friend. So in the very beginning, I can honestly see how catfish would be a big thing because only thing you had when you were in these chat rooms was like avatars, and you say, "Well, is this you?" Of course, it's not me. But I look like this. But no. Um, so it's kind of hard for me to understand. So why are you people so desperate? Because that is one of the situations. Now, check it out. According to the socialnewsdaily.com, 83 million Facebook accounts are fake. 83 million are fake. And we know a lot of them are fake anyway because the enemy of the United States of America are using those to poison our people. Think about it. Sykalogics. But anyway, 97% of the fake accounts claim to be female. 60% of the fake accounts claim to be bisexual. I ain't even going with that one. Fake users tend to have 6 times more friends than real users. Some other signs to look out for on Facebook include that the person is vague about their past, always seem to be traveling, and has some sort of recent traumatic event. You know, I gotta feel sorry for this person, and that's gonna jump up more attention. In 2011, the FBI received 5,600 complaints about romance scams. Um, Listen, I'm not talking about people who get these emails or get these meet these people from these different countries and they turn around and give them money. Listen, you give somebody that you never met money, whether in the United States or not, you's a fool. Not an old fool, not a new fool, just a straight up fool. Dumb. I mean, I, 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 I tend to, no, that doesn't freaking make any sense. I just can't do it. No, absolutely not. So, question: nowadays, who should be more concerned for catfishing or in relationships in general, men or women? Because nowadays women are crazy too. Men, they say men are a little bit more dangerous because when they do it, there is an intent. They're gonna do it. They're gonna complete the job. But women are more calculated. When they decide they want to kill you, they kill you slowly, and they make you suffer. So yeah, I've seen enough Lifetime TV to know that's the truth. Lifetime TV will not lie. That is a guide for women who are in distress and they want to get rid of their man. Watch Lifetime because there's someone on there that's feeding a rat poison or something inside the oatmeal. Just saying. But here's the difference, okay? Men and women are driven by primitive instincts. Okay, we are to a degree just I don't say throwbacks, but a lot of things that we do are throwback to like the cavemen, the early days. Men desire to accumulate material wealth. That's what men like to do. It's all about. If you look at it in the animal kingdom, you know, I used to peacock because everybody says pretty is a peacock. You know, I guess male peacocks are pretty too. But you look at the animal kingdom, the one in the peacocks, the biggest rack or whatever, or in deers, you know, big rack. That is what attracts. That says this is what I want my offspring to look like. Okay, that's kind of what we're looking at, and we're still like that to today. Men desire power over other men. That's why you have alpha men. You have alpha males. You know, it is what it is. Somebody's gonna do that role, and a lot of women are attracted to these alpha males. They're attracted to someone who's going to provide support. They're attracted to someone that's going to be there for them, knowing that protect their family. Now, here's another thing, and this is I hate to go there, but the emphasis on younger women is more practical than ego driven, and not nowadays, but more so driven back in the day when you had to make sure that your genetics move forward, you know. But back then, younger women were more likely to survive childbirth than an older woman. So that's why, you know, they were like with more younger women. Now, nowadays we have cougars, you know, thumbs up for the cougars. They handle their business. They handle it. So it kind of flip flop. And here's the thing. I would argue and say that women have more power than men in the relationship. Now, I'm not trying to sound like I'm biased, but I mean, I don't see too many women talking about what they're chasing after men. I see men talking about what they like in women and what they're chasing after. And then I see women, and just talking about some of the music, some of the, at least I didn't even know you left. So now I'm very disappointed. You done missed a whole lot. But anyway, so here's the thing. Women talk about what they got, what they're gonna do to you to make you get crazy and give them what they need. That's in the music. But that's a fact. The women have the power. Sex as a weapon is one of the biggest tools in women's arsenal. They either withhold it or they give it. Depending on the men, if they're falling in line, yes. If they're not, cut off. Bottom line. Then you have the few women that are they like the bad boys. Okay, now here's the thing about these situations. Women who choose bad boys, they're not choosing a bad boy for a long-term situation. No, that's not what they're doing. Um, they are just having fun. When a woman is choosing a mate for permanent purposes, I can say, for marriage, relationship, she's gonna find someone that a looks the part, meaning she's got to think about what her kids are gonna look like. So if he's got two left feet and he's about 5'1", she's probably gonna pass him by. Bad genetics. Not saying that's the case because when I take my son to go swimming, there's a guy. He's probably literally 5'2", and she's about 5'5", 5'4". What she's taller than him, and he's smaller than her, but she's not fat, so he's like really small. He probably weighs maybe about 100 pounds. Hey, love comes when it comes. Some people can't pick it, but the fact is, 33% of women. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. This is a good one. So going back to when the women are just more so on the lines of having fun. Fact: 33% of women have sex on the first date, and they meet somebody online. And now, granted, that's almost a quarter of people per se, a little bit over a quarter. But you just can't call dudes dirty and dogs when 30% of women have had sex on the first night, on from an online circumstance. Now, couldn't find any stats for dudes because it's probably like 110% because they're on a mission. Dudes are always on a mission, but I don't know. In 2014, a study led by researchers at the University of Alaska, Anchorage, found that women are attracted to men who take the hunt or who have what's called the hunter-gatherer skills. Hunter-gatherer skills, basically, the person is going to provide, is going to take care of them. That's what they're looking for. Someone who's going to provide and take care of them. Like I said, if they want a bad boy, it's going to be short-term, going to have fun, let them go. Okay. Now, it's crazy. I know it sounds a little weird, but it is what it is. So the last thing I'm going to touch on is just X's. And you can't spell sex without EX. You can't. And I believe generally this is what caused people either A, to go crazy, or B, before they get married or get involved, one of the other two had got their mind blown for some quality sex. They just got boom. And well, yeah. Story that my friend told me. I find it funny. I'm not gonna mention any names. We both had a mutual friend who wasn't really with the ladies. He was a real quiet introvert. I don't know how the situation came about, but he was gonna get lucky that night regardless. So she put it on him. She put it on him. You know what? Boom. They leave out and they're like, good job, good job. He's like, yeah. He said, man, my wallet is gone. My wallet is gone. He said, what? Man, old girl took my wallet, man. She took my wallet. He's like, what? So he turned around, went back to the apartment. Boom! Broke the door in. Now, I know when he hears this, he's gonna laugh because he's the one who told me the story. Broke the door in. It's like, what you doing with my boy's wallet? What are you talking about? You stole my man's wallet. He gave me his wallet. He's like, here, take all my money. So, obviously, and there's some more details behind it, but hey, we're gonna keep it G13. But nonetheless, it is what it is. It's kind of crazy. Wow. Okay. We're not at 30 minutes, so let me look at some of these comments real quick. Really, I did not know that, Ashley, that you and John met of POF. Okay, I didn't know that. And hey, it works in some situations. I don't know who was catfish. I still got to hear this whole story. So I definitely want to know this story. And I'm sorry, Alyssa, that you lost your connection, but it's okay. It's all right. If you missed anything, you can either come back to this page where it's going to be, uploaded. B, you can go to the website that's scrolling at the bottom. Or C, you can look me up on iTunes. See, I threw it up in there. But anyway, I want to thank everybody that came in. I'm not too sure how many people actually made it in. And I know this was probably confusing to a lot of people, and they going to the other page, but Facebook has not been too friendly with me. But I had this page. I haven't been doing jujitsu, so I converted over to my podcast. That's why if you look a little bit further, you'll see a lot of jujitsu stuff. But I'm moving it over to my podcast, and this is basically where everything is going to be gone from here. It's this is gonna this I say this was pretty good. A little bit of content, a little edgy, nothing crazy. We still got our 30 minutes in. Like I said, I don't want to stretch it out too long. Like I said, there will be other podcasts being posted, but they won't be live. I plan to be doing one this weekend, and I'm telling you right now, the podcast that I'm going to do this weekend is very, very powerful. I'm not going to even say what it has to do with or how it came to be. I'm not going to be the only one talking, and I'm putting it out there. Be looking out Monday-ish for the podcast, and I'll put it out there on both Facebook as well as Instagram. I promise you, this is going to be more serious but powerful. I'm going to learn some things about myself and learn some things about my co-host, because I will be having a co-host. He'll be my first co-host. So with that being said, I want to thank right now, because there's only 2 people here that's been commenting, Elisa and Ashley and John, or Ashley if John's not there. I want to thank y'all. All I can say is this: when I finally blow up, don't think y'all won't be getting some of those boom accolades. I'm gonna make sure I take care of my people who took care of me when I was just nobody. Now, hey, if you like this hat, let me know, because this is the hat I like to wear. Because my hands disappeared, but it kind of reminds me of Crazy. So if you like this hat, this is the one I'm going to start wearing all the time for the podcast. I have a couple other ones. Other than that, by the way, I am now supporting the Houston Rockets for basketball. They just picked up a killer dude. I wish they would get one more person to make it so they can beat everybody, because I want to see LeBron James go down. But that's a conversation of another time. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get off this thing. I will still be close to my computer if anyone wants to message me, or actually don't go nowhere, because I want to hear about this story for real. And Lisa, thank you for showing up. And anybody else that's jumped in, hey, thank you for coming. Once again, this is the place where all the podcasts are going to be. Once again, thank y'all for coming out. This is me, your guy, the Matthew CDV, and I'm signing off. And you guys have a great night.